And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Marshals and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flex round! Flex round!
On second down, Dobbs. And this will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The gun, Dobbs taking a shot for Samuel, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football, so I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Rose. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rose escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Michelle. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Fighting his way through contact. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st down, Rose. Goes for right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw again. Rose. Being chased out left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's San Antonio football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Off the play fake. Rose. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down, that's Rose. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Flex round.
To throw is Dobbs. And this is caught by Watkins. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ohio.
Here's Dobbs to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38.
Now Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton of it, but at least some positive yardage. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Now let's go. Blue line
And on the ground they go with the running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing on first down. Rose flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Rose. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Downs. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. It's caught here by Adams. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd down. Rose. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on third down. Rose. And this is going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw. Rose. Flush to his right. And Adams has it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watching now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On third down, Rose. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Watching now, Barney! Barney!
They'll go again to Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now Dobbs. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Dobbs to throw. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Dobbs is throwing. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's able to find Diggs. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Dobbs now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing here, Dobbs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, They said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Flex round. Flex round.
Here we go with Michelle. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ohio. 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 Ohio.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of run.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sony Michel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here we go. Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing again. Rose. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. To throw on 3rd down. Rose. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Flex round. Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and now it's 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Flex round. Flex round.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off play action. Rose. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What?
He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Flushed out right, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now back out comes the offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Green, 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose, flush to his right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gone. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Gone.
On 1st down, Rose steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Rose eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive